guys doing? Hope you go have an awesome day today. Overse, if you ever did, you do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. All you had to go ahead, push that bell for notifications so you can get to scoop my news, upcoming videos. Alright, everybody, so we have some huge news. Looks like Chris Evans trades in Captain America's shield to become the Flash in the new DC Universe fan art, but this is actually not technically a rumor. This is statistics and facts, just to let you guys know. And so let me tell you the rundown. Ezra Miller is going to be replaced, because the thing is, why Ezra Miller will be replaced in the DCU. One, because James Gunn is created a new DCU, and two, everyone in the Justice League, Zack Snyder owns the IP of those characters. So since James Gunn is rebooting the new DCU in his own eyes, then there's going to be a new Flash, and I'm going to get into this new Flash. So, with the DC Universe rebooting the Flash, fans are suggesting that Chris Evans would be a perfect fit for the role, given his experience playing his iconic superheroes in the MCU. If you guys don't know, he was also in Fantastic Four until he talked to Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. He talked to him and said that I don't want to be part of the Fantastic Four anymore. Is there a role where I could be somewhere else, a different kind of superhero in the MCU? And Robert Downey Jr. actually helped him out. He said, yeah, there's a role, Captain America. If you want it, you're going to have to test screen it and we'll try you out. That was a little quick story, a quick version of how he became Captain America. Debunked it. I guess you could say Jensen Ackles, he did not try out for the role. A lot of people speculated, said that he tried out for it, but no, that was debunked. Anyways, Evans at 42 years old could bring a seasoned and established presence to the role of the Flash, setting up the possibility for a newer speedster like Wally West to take over the mantle. I know some of you are confused about like Wally West, like what are you talking about? I want to read this one a little bit. With James Gunn's DC Universe likely rebooting The Flash with another actor, Captain America stars Chris Evans imagined the fastest man alive in the new fan arts. As the DCU is coming to an end in 2023, because right after, I believe, Aquaman 2, or Blue Beetle, one of those two is like the final movie. DC Studios is actively working on their new DC Universe, which start Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. While several heroes have been tapped for the DC Universe, there are still multiple iconic members of the Justice League that have yet to be cast in Gunn and Peter Safran's fresh continuity, meaning we never seen the Green Arrow at all in the Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, or any DC movies. We only saw him in the CW's Arrow. When it comes to the Flash, the Arrowverse TV show ended its run this year on the CW, while Ezra Miller movie failed to perform at the box office. Technically, not really, leaving the speedster's future unknown in the DC Universe. However, it is not stopping fans from trying to say the next Barry Allen for the DC Universe. The latest suggestion is one of the bigger stars in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that was a little fan art. Now, that's why he'll be a perfect Barry Allen. So deep in the lore in the comic books, they said that the Flash's real name is Wally West, but in the CW version, Arrowverse, they said that he was actually Kid Flash. So I think that James Gunn may go along with that storyline, saying that Kid Flash will still be Wally West, basically, but he'll be a Barry Allen, Chris Evans. Let me tell you why. Because the Flash, in the Flash, I guess you could say the TV show and the comic books, he was a blondie. Yeah, he had blonde hair. Grant Gustin, he has black hair, and he went to Greg Berlanti. Greg Berlanti is one of the script writers of The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow, Superman Lois, and Supergirl, and I think Batwoman, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, he was the script writer and the producer of The Flash. And Grant Gustin asked him, do you want me to dye my hair blonde? And Grant And let's just say that Greg Berlanti said, if you dye your hair blonde, you're going to regret it. So they remained his hair color black still. So that's the thing. And including in the TV shows and in the comic books, Barry Allen, the Flash, he's always older. He's always in his 40s. So that's the thing. He's old as Batman. Whenever they cast Batman, Batman has to be at least 6 foot or over 6 foot, and he has to be 40 years old or over 40, basically. They don't want a Batman to be like 50 years old, like just a little over 40. I think the youngest Batman there was probably like Christian Bale. Christian Bale was possibly the youngest Batman. I'm not entirely sure what age Michael Keaton was at that time. It was either Michael Keaton or Christian Bale that was the youngest Batman. Anyway, so this is how Chris Evans will be portraying as Barry Allen, the new Flash in James Gunn's DC universe. James Gunn is considering it at the moment because basically after Superman, we're going to have like a Batman that's going to come out, and then after Batman, we're going to have a Flash movie. But James Gunn did say that he's nowhere near close to making the Batman Brave and the Bold movie. He's not close to making that yet. He's still working on the Superman project, his movie, at the moment. So let me tell you this. Chris Evans, who is 42 years old, could play a more seasoned Flash. And also let me remind you of Jay Garrett. Jay Garrett in the Flash. He was the original Flash. I think it was like on the WB or something like that. He was the OG Flash, like back in the old days, like the original one. I could tell you that. And he was in his 40s when he played the role as well. When he went inside CW's The Flash, he was portrayed as role Jay Garrett. They brought him back as Jay Garrett, not like Barry Allen, The Flash. It was kind of like a rebooted one, basically, but it was pretty awesome having Jay Garrett back in a Flash suit, but not the real Flash suit, though. Anyways, in the DC universe, where superheroes are already established, as has been announced, to the case for Gunn Superman Legacy, rather than sign on for another multi-picture deal, Evans as the Flash could directly pave the way for someone like Wally West to take over the mantle, whether it will be Barry vanishing or dying. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Someone like Evans, who has proven that he can portray iconic superheroes, will be the ideal fit to be someone that launches the iconic legacy of the Flash family. Now, also, it's possibility that if Chris Evans does play the role as the Flash, they may end up changing his name to Wally West, because in the comic books they do call him Wally West, and Wally West is actually the Flash. And for Kid Flash's name, I'm not entirely sure what Kid Flash's name was in the comic books. But yeah, so he has two different names, Wally West and Barry Allen. It's all because the multiverse. I can tell you, it's the multiverse. Either they want to choose which one. I'm pretty sure James Gunn will go along with Barry Allen as the new name. And if he does go with Barry Allen, most likely it will be Chris Evans, because they need a Flash that's in his late 30s or in his late 40s. They're not going to get one that was... When Grant Gustin appeared as a Flash, he was, I believe, like 25 years old, 26. Yeah. So they need someone a little bit older because I'm pretty sure that James Gunn eventually will probably make his own Justice League once he introduces all the characters. Question is that who's gonna play Wonder Woman? It's gonna be pretty interesting. The thing is that I could tell you this: Taylor Swift, she's gonna be joining Marvel. I'm not gonna say which character or anything like that, but I'm just saying that I have some sources in. I did do a little bit of research, and let's just say that it's a possibility she'll be in the rebooted X-Men series. I'm not gonna say what character. You guys can look it up yourself if you want to, but I do have a few sources that I do contact. But sometimes some of their information I cannot include in some of my videos because do like major spoiler leaks and stuff, and is insane and awesome. Of like the new James Gunn's like films and some of the characters that some of them I already know who they're going to be playing, and it is just insane and wild and crazy. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, subscribe to the channel as always, and yes, of course, I'll see you all in the next one.